Hey there, fight fans. Welcome back to another episode, our first episode of the year, the Ranch Boxing Podcast UFC edition. Adog's picks. Sorry, we're a little rusty probably, so just bear with us a little bit. And before we start, don't adjust the box, all right? Don't hit the box. Don't hit it on the side. You know what? If you're looking for that fine-tuning knob, it ain't there, dog, okay? It's not there. But you know who is here? Adog is in studio with us live. He's here with us all the way from Cali. What's up, bro?
Oh, man, thank you for having me. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this all week, last 2 weeks. I'm glad for the invite, so thank you, brother, for having me.
No problem, man. No problem. Thank you, man. And you said you've been looking forward to this, dude. I feel like I've been fiending. Like
Yeah.
I feel like a crackhead that's just on my hands and knees looking for that rock. You know, I feel like just like Bruce Willis in The Last Boy Scout trying to get that last cig, man. I need it bad.
We got it now. We found it. We're here.
Yeah, man. It feels like it's been an eternity since that knockout. Yeah, with what's his name? Gosh, dude, I already forgot.
The last fight?
In December. Your boy, Raw Dog.
Oh, Jesus. I forgot about Raw. That was a good one to forget. Man, Raw Dog let me down on that one. Yeah, you are right. First round. Jeez. You know what? I wanted to forget about that one. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, yeah, I was, it just seems like it's been forever, man. And so I'm happy to be here. I'm happy it's back. The first time on Paramount Plus, and we're good to go, man. We may be a little rusty here, but we'll work it through, okay? You know what, man? Before we get started here, I kind of held this back a little bit. We have some news here at the Ranch Boxing because over the holiday, Christmas break, my phone rings. All right, so my phone rings, and I'm like, all right, hello. And they're like, hey, is this Fernando Ranch Boxing? I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, this is Dana White. and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, Dana White? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, how you, because I'm a nice guy and I'm respectful. It's Dana White, dog.
Of course.
I'm respectful. I go, how you doing, Mr. White? How you doing? And you know what this fool says to me? You know what he says to me?
What did he say?
Call me Dana. And I go, that's what I'm talking about. He says, call me Dana. And I said, yes, sir, Mr. Dana White. He's like, no, just call me Dana. I said, okay. And he's like, man, I've been hearing about your show. I've been hearing about you and the dog on your show. He goes, and he's like, I hear a lot of good things. He's like, why don't you and the dog come work for me and come work for Paramount Plus?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what I told them? I said, no. Hell no. I go, I'm sorry, Mr. White, because I'm respectful.
Of course.
I go, I'm sorry, Mr. White. I'm like, we do this for the people. We're out here, we're real. We can't go corporate like that. No, and I said, you know what? No offense, no disrespect. I go, this is why we're here. We're here for the people. I said, if I go work for the corporate world, I go, they might mess up my game, and we can't have that. That's what I told him.
Just like Sidney Dean said, you sound like Sidney Dean.
There it is.
You're right. You are right.
Yeah.
You are right.
Dana White came and he called me on the phone, telling me that he wanted Fernando and the dog to come to Paramount Plus, come to Vegas, and go be analyst for them or go be a podcast for them.
Can't do it.
I can't do it. He's like, I got rid of Chael, and I got rid of DC. I got rid of a good guy, bad guy. I want you guys. And I said, no, man, I'm keeping it real, Dana. You can respect that. He goes, you know what? I respect that too. And I said, good luck with the Zuffa Boxing, dog. I'll be watching. I go, good luck.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll be seeing you. I'm like, I'll see you too, Mr. White. And he's like, I told you, call me Dana. And I go, all right, Mr. Dana White.
Love it.
So anyway, that's why we do this. We do this for you. No one's gonna be able to take us away from why we do this. We do this because we love it. We do this because we're fans. Okay. I don't go work for the corporations, man. They work for me. All right.
That's right.
Not really, but that's what happened over the holidays, man. But we do this for you. We do this. Oh shoot. Mic file. I'm getting too excited, man. All right. So before we start, man, we're going to go over, because I'd like to keep it, I want the good news all together. Let's start with the bad news, man. Buzzkill, man. What happened here? Kayla Harrison got injured in camp, and her fight with Amanda Nunes is postponed. Is that what I hear? Postponed?
It's true, man. It's not happening. What a huge blow. You know, it's kind of from the beginning. This was the fight I said before. We talked about should have main evented. You know, it's the real legit title. And I think people were kind of downplaying this fight between the two greatest women fighters. And since then, I'm feeling that people are really realizing how big that fight was now that it's not happening. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but now I feel that people are really realizing what magnitude that fight would have been if it would have went on. So you know, luckily the card's still stacked, looking good, but a lot of wind let out of those sails with that fight being canceled. But hopefully Kayla heals up real fast and well, and we can get that fight on a early summer card or something.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it and I was like, man, you know what? I don't want to say it's a good thing that wasn't the main event because they would have just lost their main event.
Yeah.
So that's not that it's. I mean, it doesn't matter, man. There's no way a Kayla Harrison championship fight against Amanda Nunes. I mean, even if one of them was fighting, not fighting each other, you're taking a hit.
Yeah.
You're taking a hit, and it doesn't matter how stacked the card is because it is stacked. It's a good card. It looks good. That's a big hit, no matter what the card is, man. This could be the DC card, and it doesn't matter, man. That's a huge hit. It's gonna be missed, but I don't think it's gonna sour the entire thing.
Not at all.
I don't think it's gonna sour, but it will be missed, man. What could have been. But you know, we you know, you get hurt, it happens. This is real life. That's why I think that's why UFC stacks these cards, and that's why it doesn't hurt as bad, but yeah, it hurts. But yeah, we hope Kayla does get better and Amanda stays fresh
and hungry
and hungry. She's you know nothing changes from now until they're able to get that fight started already. If they're able to get that fight rebooked. All right, man. So let's start at the bottom and go towards the top. Like I said, this is the first card, Paramount Plus. We're gonna see how they do it there. I don't really expect anything different, but you know, it is a different company, different thing. We'll see what they do. But I'm excited for what's going on. The first fight we're going to talk about, lightweight bout on the early prelims, Michael Johnson versus the hot Alexander Hernandez. Alex Hernandez is on fire right now, man. Michael Johnson coming off an upset, right?
Big win.
Was it a big upset?
Yeah, big upset.
And we got Michael Johnson is a 130 underdog and a minus 160 favorite for Alexander Hernandez, man. What do you see in this one, man? Someone's going to lose?
Oh man, what a great fight this is to start. Not to start the card, but on the early prelims. Two guys we've seen in the UFC for some years now. You got Michael Johnson, who's 4 of his last 5 since 2022. Like you said, coming off that big win over Daniel Zellhuber, as a huge underdog. And then you got my boy Alexander Hernandez, who's 4-0 in the last 15 months. He's coming off 2 big KOs over your boy Chase Hooper, and ended up coming back against Diego Ferreira when he was losing that first round.
Right.
I love this fight. I see stylistically, you know, Michael Johnson's considered the wrestler, Alexander's considered the striker, but on this one, I'm leaning over towards the speed. I think Alex is going to have a little bit of trouble with the speed. Michael Johnson can still bang. He is on the little older side at 39, but I just think Michael Johnson's going to be able to stay away, take those heavy hands from Alex, and get the decision win on this one.
You're saying Michael Johnson's going to win?
Michael Johnson's going to win. I'm sorry.
Michael Johnson's
Michael Johnson's going to win.
Okay. Man, you know what? Michael Johnson has been around for a long time. He's been in some big fights against some big names. I know he got an upset last time, looked good last time. The thing about Michael Johnson, he has been a bit inconsistent. One day he shined because he beat Dustin Poirier back in the day.
Yes, he did.
And this guy and
knocked him out.
And it just 1 minute this guy shines, and next minute it not so much, man. And Alexander Hernandez is on a tear. And I'm thinking Alexander Hernandez I think he's just feeling it, man. I think
Okay.
he's feeling it. I think he's taking things serious. I think he loves the taste of victory here. I'm not sure what was going on earlier in his career because he had a little bit of inconsistency. I think he did what he needed to do, and Michael Johnson's, even though he had a good fight last time, I think he's on the back nine of his career, and I think Alexander Hernandez is, I mean, I'm not sure exactly if this is, I think it's the peak of his career as far as like, I don't think he's ever fought this well, but I think he's in true form, and I think Alexander Hernandez is gonna I think he's gonna get a decision against Michael Johnson. I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards the stoppage, but no, I think Michael Johnson's he's a bet.
He's a
So
bet.
I
Yeah.
think he'll get through. But if Michael Johnson does go for it, he might get caught or some of that. But I'm gonna take Alexander Hernandez on this one. This is a good scrap, man, and I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. I love it. I love the fight.
All right, let's move up. Let's see. I don't know if this is on the prelims or it's part of the early prelims. We kind of have contrasting information here on UFC.com and ESPN, but we have number 11 Alex Perez in a flyweight bout versus number 13 Charles Johnson. And the number 11 Alex Perez is a plus 170 underdog, and Charles Johnson, always dangerous. Charles Johnson, minus 200 favorite, man. How do you see this fight going?
I like this fight as well, man. It's shaping up to be a great card. Alex Perez, former title contender, kind of on a skid. He's only won one fight in his last 7 fights since 2020. You know, this guy does definitely have the better caliber opponents. You know, he's fought Figueredo, Tatsuro. He's fought Pantoja. Obviously, he's lost. And then on the other hand, you got Charles Johnson, who's 5 of his last 6. This is his 7th fight in 2 years. So this guy's active.
Good.
Okay. I like him. I think he even has a KO win over the newly crowned champion, Joshua Van. Obviously, that was earlier in the years, but he's got it. And like I said, this guy's active. I think he knows he's 35. You know, he's got a short window to make his mark. And now he's got Alex Perez, again, a former title contender. And he's just a much bigger guy, in my opinion. And they're both considered BJJ specialists. So I think this fight's going to end up staying on the standing. And that's where I think Charles Johnson's going to come out victorious with a KO. I think he's going to put him away. In the 3rd round, it's going to be late for me. But I think just with the size, the activity, and the step up in competition, I like Charles Johnson to put on a show against Alex Perez.
I agree. Charles Johnson, man, he is a underrated fighter or under-recognized fighter. I don't think, maybe not underrated because people do know how good he is, but maybe just not as recognizable as other people. He's never really had the limelight on him. I don't think he's ever had a main card, even like on a fight night.
No.
But I think, yeah, he may be starting to get a little bit older, and he is in a lighter weight class. But I mean, that win over Van, and he has some good fights, man. Everyone has bumps in the road. It may have happened. We don't always know the whole story, but every time he fights, it's impressive. I mean, he does have that fight over the current champion. So I agree with you. I think Charles Johnson's going to get this one, and I think he's going to get it with a stoppage. And I think people are going to remember who he is, and I think we may be seeing this guy on a main event fight night or something like that in the near future.
Yeah. As you said, I don't think he's had the opponents to put him out in the limelight. So I think Alex Perez is known. Yeah, like you said, I think after this, it's going up.
Yeah, I agree. So that's exciting to see. That maybe Alex Perez can kind of get over his it's just the big names that kind of get to Alex Perez.
Yes.
But we'll see what happens in this one. It's either going to be a coming out party for Perez, or maybe Charles Johnson steps out and he can make a push. And if he can get to the if you can get a title shot eventually, man. I mean, if it's against Van, that's
makes for a story
to fight a guy that you've already lost to. I mean,
that you beat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Van.
Van. I mean, that's got to play in his head a little bit, man. It doesn't matter who that he's a champion. You're going against a dude that was able to take you out.
Yes, sir.
All right. So moving forward, the next fight, light heavyweight bout number 13, Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Buskakis.
Bukakis. Yes.
And Krylov is a 110 underdog against minus 138. So that's a close one against Bukakis. Not too familiar with this man, this one, man. But Krylov is the underdog, and he's the ranked opponent. So it looks like Bukakis is looking to make his mark and get a ranking of his own. What's up with this one?
Yeah, I like this guy. He's a banger. He's active. He was 3-0 in 2025. This guy's 19-6 overall and 6-1 in the UFC. So this will be his 8th fight. You know, he has gone under the radar, but now fighting Nikita Krylov, a name, someone who's ranked
number 13.
Top 13. So there we go. Moving on up. I love this guy. He's made some waves. He's active. We're on the other side. Nikita Krylov is, like I said, the name, but he's coming off 2 first-round losses to Guskov and getting knocked out when Dominic Reyes was surging. So, you know, these guys are on 2 opposite ends right now. Nikita Krylov, still young at 33, but he is the older fighter in this. And I just see Modestas just continuing his role, starting out 2026 and putting Krylov out in the first or second round. That chin for me and Krylov coming off 2 first round KOs is just still suspect to me. And I see Modestas just capitalizing on that and giving him his 3rd KO in his 3rd fight.
Yeah, what a name, man. Modestas, that's a kick-ass name, man. Anyway, yeah, so I see that he took out Craig in the first round, had a split against Cutelaba. I think Cutelaba is a pretty decent fighter, man. And then he had another first-round KO before that. Yeah, that looks, I'd have to agree with you there, man, because I'm not super familiar with Modestas, but I'm excited to see how he is. I have seen Krylov before, you know, I mean, I know he's had some early success. He's still number 13. But yeah, once that chin goes, man, it's hard to keep it going. And it looks like there's no breaks here. Modestas, not sure. I'm trying to see how old this dude is.
31.
31. I mean, that's prime there, especially in light heavyweight. I mean, that might be even a little bit before your prime.
Exactly.
For 205. So I gotta agree with you here. I think Modestas will probably eventually get to Krylov. Actually, not eventually. It might happen pretty quick. Once that chin goes, man, it's really hard to keep it together after that. And this Modestas guy looks like he's ready to go here. So yeah, might be an early night, but it'll be exciting. All right, let's move forward. Middleweight bout. He's on a tear as well. Atiba Gaethje versus Andrei Pulyaev.
Yeah,
Andrei Pulyaev and Atiba Gaethje is a minus 1,000 favorite and a plus 600 underdog for Pulyaev. Oh man, I can only imagine what's going on because Gaethje is on fire. Everyone's loving him, man. The UFC they're really pushing this kid. What do you think, man? He looks like little Ngannou.
Baby Ngannou.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care what his nickname is. This guy is Baby Ngannou. Let me give you a little bit. You know, I love the stats.
Yeah, let me see it. Let me hear.
8 KOs in a row. 8 in a row. 7 of those are in the first round. The other one, the other is in the second round. So this guy does not see the scorecards. This guy hates judges.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioning the push. I don't know if they're saving this guy because this guy, Andre, he's 10-3 overall, 1-1 in the UFC. He won his contender series. I don't count it as a debut. You know, I don't count that, but he's fought twice in the actual UFC at 1-1. He is 28. I don't know if they're saving Baby Ngannou or if no one wants to fight him. I believe that no one wants to fight this guy because he's just putting guys away. So I don't know what's going on with the UFC. I thought the last time when he knocked out his last opponent, he would get a name, but I can't remember seeing Andre Pulyaev. It's from Russia.
Yeah.
You love it.
I love it, man.
But, you know, I see this same thing, same script, first round KO, easy finish for Baby Ngannou and rolling onto his next fight. And I just hope that we get a name someone with a number next to it because this guy should be ranked already in the UFC. We'll see what's next for him. I see a first round KO by this guy. Easy win, no sweat.
Okay. So did you say that he was 28? Because I have Pulev as 28 and Gaethje 23.
Yes. This guy, Pulev, is 28. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
23 years old. That may be the reason they're kind of like, I think they're marinating this guy. Okay. Maybe. I don't want to say that they're holding him back, but because he is 23 in the middleweight division. So they might be marinating this guy a little bit, and kind of getting him, they're priming him up, to make a run eventually, but because that is pretty young, he could be a victim of his own talent.
Yeah.
People want to see him step it up a little bit because he's just every time he comes out there, he just starches fools, man. He's just like he's ironing shirts, just starching these guys. All right, just ironing them up. And I remember his last fight, yeah, and it was over real quick, and it's he's exciting, man. But yeah, 23, that is a little young, but man, you got to do it because you can't keep doing these minus 1,000, 1,200.
He's always there.
Favorite. You gotta step it up at least a little bit, man. Nothing against Pulev. We love Mother Russia, but man, it's gonna be the Cold War for this fool, man. I think he's gonna go the way of what's his name? Gosh, the dude with I forget already. The premier of Russia, whatever his name was, I forget. The guy with the thing on his head. Yeah,
Gorbachev. Mikhail Gorbachev.
Yeah, Mikhail Gorbachev. He's gonna go that way, man. He's gonna lose this Cold War. Yeah. So that should be interesting to see what's up with Gaethje. Hopefully for him, he doesn't have any jitters and have a mishap on this one. It does happen. So
yeah. We'll see. And once he gets matched up, like Ngannou, like what happened with Ngannou when he met a wrestler.
Right.
Maybe they're giving him time. Maybe they see that. Maybe they see he has some holes and they don't want to expose him to that because he has a superstar written all over him. So they don't want to put him against someone that they know might give him trouble.
Right. And you said Pulev is a wrestler.
I have him as I didn't see that, but I wouldn't suspect that they would put him up against a wrestler.
That's what I'm kind of seeing. I wonder if they're trying to see if he has a knockout. So I don't see anything else here, but whatever he is, I don't see what kind of fighter he is. I don't really know too much. He's 10-3. So, either way, from Russia, he probably has a little bit of wrestling, and it might be good to see that maybe they do want to see how he does against somebody who can grapple just a bit. Being from Russia, he might be a little bit of a sambo fighter or something like that. Who knows? But we'll keep our eye on this one and see what Gaethje, see if anybody can take this guy into into medium waters at least, man. Jesus. I don't know if he's gonna get to the deep end of the pool this time, but we'll see what happens. All right. So moving forward, and we are still in the prelims here.
Nice card.
On the prelim here, it is the feature bout, but we got a bantamweight bout against number 2 Umar Nurmagomedov. As much as I still see these names, man, I can't get them right. Versus Davison Figueiredo, former champion, number 6 in bantamweight, and it looks like Nurmagomedov is, or I'll just call him Umar, is a minus 1,400 favorite, plus 800 underdog for Davison Figueiredo. Oh man, this looks like a tough fight for Figueiredo, man. At least that's what the experts are thinking. What do you think?
Of course, you're going against Nurmagomedov. I had to write it out, because it confuses me too. I've seen these guys forever, but anytime going up against someone like him, it's going to be tough, even for a former 2-time champ.
Yeah,
but
flyweight champ though.
Yeah. Figueiredo, like you said, I like that term. I had the back nine of his career at 38 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's still only lost 5 times, and his losses are to the current champ now, Yan. He lost to Sandhagen. Of course, you remember those wars with Moreno, but he's got a fighter's chance. So we'll see. Umar coming back, I'm sure he's motivated now that there's a new champ. His only loss coming to the former champ Marab. So I'm sure he's hungry. And you know what? One thing, I'm glad this one's on the prelims, man. I think Umar. I'm just don't get excited when I see his name on the
right
on the list, or I don't want to say marquee because he's not. I don't remember the last time he headlined anything. I think he has to earn it in this fight. I think he will come out. Hopefully, he comes out with fire in his hands and he wants to scrap. Because we all know that Davison will. But I think Umar needs a big win here, and I think hopefully he goes for it. And I got Umar here winning by either a submission or a late stoppage, ground and pound over Figgy. And I actually think Figgy calls it quits after this fight.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I think this is going to be his last fight.
This is tough for Deiveson Figueiredo, man, because he's a scrapper. He's a good fighter. I do like him. He may be a little bit outweighed in this in the bantamweight because he always looks so small next to these guys. I mean, even though he's a big flyweight, but I do like the way he fights. He Umar though is a different kind of fighter right now, just young and hungry. And yeah, Umar, this is a business, man. He may think about trying to, stay up on the feet. I don't like to tell people what to do as far as like, what they need, how they need to fight. Wrestlers that turn into that refine their striking and they're able to take people out with their striking and they can do it both ways, or even make a show with the striking, then rely on their grappling and eventually get the submission. He needs a stoppage.
Yes, he does.
So I mean, I hate to say it, Umar is the favorite. Umar is the better fighter, probably. He is one of the best fighters in the bantamweight division. I'm sure that if he had Jan, it would be a tough fight. I'm sure if he had Marab against, it would be a tough fight. But like we said, man, no one's gonna get excited about him until he starts showing us some things like other wrestlers, like other high name wrestlers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Makachev did what he needed to do, and however he did it, he strikes, he knocks people out. He knocked out Volkanovski. I mean, you just have to try it sometimes, and this is a perfect time to do it. You knock out a former champion and show that your striking skills are you've been working on them. I mean, rely on your wrestling if you have to, but you might want to step out of your comfort zone on just this one, man.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe. And hopefully it's true what they're saying, that Dana White's putting and the brass is putting more emphasis on exciting fighters.
Right.
They had some layoffs. So hopefully this new year, Dana spoke loud and clear to everyone, and that they need to be more exciting. Doesn't matter what your name is. Not that they would let this guy go with the name, but there's some emphasis on being exciting.
Yeah.
Because,
And I mean, I hate to say it, but I do agree with that. This is a business and this is a show, and no one disputes that Nurmagomedov is a great fighter, but it's more than that. That's I don't want to say fighting's the easy part, but and I feel kind of bad here because I feel like we're kind of dismissing Figueiredo, man. He's a good fighter. He's exciting. I like Deiveson Figueiredo. I just don't think it's going to happen for him in this fight. And if it is his last fight, I mean, maybe they can give him another one so he can go out with a win. But it's he's a great fighter. I hate dismissing him like this, but I just do not see this happening at all. I think it's going to be the Nurmagomedov show. And it's just how good is that show going to be?
Yeah, too big, too strong. I think, man, too big, too strong.
Yeah. So that I feel for Davison, but you know what? At least he's in the fire still. At least he's still putting it to the fire. He's putting that gas pedal down.
Yes.
Good for him. All right, let's get to the main card here. Unfortunately, this main card is not going to cost you anything, man. It's going to cost you whatever you pay for your Paramount Plus. If you don't have Paramount Plus, though,
you're missing out.
It doesn't get any better than that, man. Jesus, they're giving you all these fights for nothing. I don't work for the UFC, man. Like I said, we ain't corporate. But damn, man, I know a good deal when I see one.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm happy at least for the next year because I think this is eventually it's going to go away. But I'm happy. Shoot, I'm not going to complain. I love it. First fight here of the main card, featherweight bout number 6, Arnold Allen versus number 10. Oh, coming back here, didn't get suspended. Thank God he's back. John Silva, man. John Silva is back, and it looks like Arnold Allen is a plus 225 underdog, even though he is a higher ranking or the better ranking, and the minus 275 favorite. John Silva, man. Can John Silva get back on this one after what happened last time, man? You never know. After that loss happened, you never know what might happen. What do you think is going to happen?
Man, I love this. I love this fight. Maybe people forgot about Arnold Allen. He's had a little bit of layoff. He hasn't fought since July of 24, but this kid is good. He's still young, 32, even with that layoff. He posts a 20-3 record, man. This kid is Good. His last win from his layoff was against Chikadze, Giga Chikadze, beat him, but he's knocked out Calvin Kattar and Dan Hooker. You know, and Dan Hooker's coming off a little resurgence. You know, I'm a little suspect on that still, how good Dan Hooker really is.
Yeah.
You know, he's good, but you know, this kid put him away. I like this kid a lot. You know, on the other hand, we got John Silva coming off his big loss. I'm sure he's feeling a little bitter, looking towards next week of what could have been, because, you know, Diego Lopez got that rematch. So that could have been him if he would have beat him. So he's back in line in a big, tough fight. I think people are not giving Arnold Allen any credit for this. Maybe it's a layoff, maybe it's not. But it's striker versus striker. And I'm going to go with the underdog on this one, man. I think Arnold Allen is going to shock everyone and really cement himself as a contender and make people realize and remember him, because I feel like they're writing this kid off, giving him a plus 230 and John Silva at a minus 310. What I got is totally disrespectful. I see this as a pick'em fight, and I'm taking Arnold Allen. Hopefully he comes through.
So the odds on your side over there are just a little bit. They're even wider than I have here. Yeah. ESPN's pretty good on the odds there. So you know what? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. We got Arnold Allen. He did have a good. I thought that fight against Chikadze. I remember it because I was torn. I'm like, who's gonna win? Because I always thought Chikadze was a very aggressive fighter. I kind of liked the way he fought. He was kind of a jerk though. He was very overconfident in his career, not just last time. But
does he remind you of Prince Nassim a little bit? I don't know why. He just reminds me of Prince Nassim a little bit.
He seems overconfident all the time. I mean, he does fight hard, and he looks like he's ready to go and stuff like that. And he acts like he's ready to go. But Chikadze, when he went into this, I didn't know who. I was kind of like, I don't know who's gonna win, man. Arnold Allen, I know who he is and stuff like that. But Chikadze, it's gonna be a good fight, dude. I really did. It was a unanimous decision, but I remember I thought Allen just schooled him, but like he fought intelligently against Chikadze, and he could never. And Giga could just never get anything going against him. Not very similar to what may be going on Saturday. You're right. I think people might be writing off Arnold Allen, and he may be I mean, I know he's lost somewhat recently, but he may be, it just feels like a resurgence for him just a bit. And I don't like the way John Silva was taken out last time so quickly. I mean, he kind of got handled a bit. He's a good fighter, a hard fighter, but it was intelligence that for Lopez that got him through that.
Yeah.
And he just used the aggression against him. And John Silva is not made of steel, man. We found out how very human he is, and hopefully he figured that out.
When you get that chink in that armor too, man. It's that chink in that armor, you don't get that back, man.
So, yeah, it'll it'll come back. You'll have nightmares against that.
Yeah.
I want to say, yeah, I can see that. I'm gonna agree with you. I think Arnold Allen is gonna put on a bit of a show. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be exciting, but in these types of fights, man, you just need to get that W. Just like Davison, if Davison wanted to not put a show on and just win that fight, it's you can do that. And same thing here for Arnold Allen. He doesn't have to put on the show. I'm not saying John Silva has to either. He just needs to get that W, but I think John Silva knows one speed, and I think Arnold Allen may be able to outwit him in this one. And I think we might be seeing a split or a majority decision. And Allen is, and I think he's just he'll find ways to turn and counter the energy that John Silva is bringing. John Silva's finding out how things are around the top 5, top 6 with Arnold Allen, and it's a different beast, man. It's a different beast from he fought prior to Lopez. We'll see. I want to agree with you, man. I can't believe it. I can't because I was big on John Silva, but he goes at one speed, man. And sometimes you need to learn your lessons on that one.
Yeah.
All right. So we're calling for the upset special on that one, man. We're going in with England here. We're gonna drink our tea. We're going with Arnold Allen on this one. We're all about it. We turned our backs on the Brazilian.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go move on to our next fight. Women's flyweight bout number 2, Natalia Silva versus number 6, Rose Namajunas. Natalia Silva on fire, man. Minus 400 favorite, plus 300 underdog for Rose Namajunas, man. Thug Rose. She's going to have to pull off a rabbit out of the hat on this one, man, because Natalia Silva is on fire. What do you think?
Man, what rank did you have Natalia at?
Number 2.
Wow. She snuck up on me.
Yeah.
I don't like, I know I've seen her name. I don't remember the Grosso fight. She's beat Jessica. Her last 3 were against Grosso, Andrade, 2 former champions, and then Araujo, who's a good fighter. You know, she's never been a contender, but she's a well-known women's fighter. Natalia snuck up on me. I didn't know that she was that good, that she had this streak going. This girl hasn't lost since 2017.
Yeah.
You know,
has she lost in the UFC at all?
7-0.
Wow.
7-0 in the UFC, and like I said, her last 2 are against former champions. So she's up there with the, you know, she's number 2. You know how much you could only go up 2 more spots, number 1 contender and champion. So she's paved her way. But you know, Rose, when you see Rose, she's only 33 still, man. When you speak of her, she seems like, you know, she's 40 years old.
She's been in the business.
I think we saw when she was 2021.
She must have.
And the Ultimate Fighter. And with Rose, which Rose is going to show up?
That's right.
She's beaten your favorite women's fighter, Wei Li, twice.
Yeah.
Beat Joanna twice. But who did she lose to? Carla Esparza.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus. So, you know, which Rose is
twice. She lost the card twice.
Which Rose is going to show up? So it's just tough. She's looked good. She's coming off a win over Miranda Maverick, who, you know, is a good fighter. She lost to Blanchfield before that. But just listening to her this week, there's just something in her eye, man. I like how she's talking. She seems remotivated and she seems hungry. And what she said, what she actually confirmed was if she wins this fight over a game, Natalia, that she gets a title shot. She confirmed it on her last interview. So that's all I need to hear in her motivation. She's motivated. I'm going to go again. I'm going to take the big underdog here and take the 2-time former champ in a big upset over the up-and-coming rising Natalia Silva.
All right, man. Well, that's a bold pick, man. You're just picking the underdogs all day today, man.
I love it.
I know you're feeling it, man. I know you're feeling like
I'm excited to be
come back.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're just excited. Sometimes it's gonna get. Oh man, I mean, I want to be there with you. I went with you with the article. I'm not on you. I'm throwing you to the wolves, man. You're going in with the sharks. Yeah. I can't go with you anymore.
So you love Brazil now?
Dude, I love Brazil.
Okay, good.
I love Brazil, and I'm back on this one. I mean, look at Natalia Silva. Yeah. If my things are correct here, dude, look, this lady goes to the UFC in her first fight, and she fights Jasmine Jazz Division in her first fight there, and she beats her unanimous. Has a couple more fights, fights some other girls before she gets to Andrade, and when she got there, she destroyed her, and she handled Grasso, former champion, and just handled her. I think Natalia Silva is on fire. I think she's got talent. I don't care who comes for her this fight. I think Rose is coming, and she can be in the best shape of her life. She can be prime Rose, and I don't think it's going to be enough, man. I think Natalia Silva is I think she is ready to go, and if it wasn't for Blanchfield probably getting the next shot, Natalia Silva would be ready to go. I'm not sure against Valentina who would win, but I think Natalia Silva might be able to take out someone like Blanchfield. I mean, she looks good, man. She looks like she's ready to go, and she's just been winning. I'm going with the favorite here, Natalia Silva, and I don't think it's going to be close. I'm not going to say it's going to be a stoppage, but I think it's going to be a shellacking. I think it's going to be a shellacking, and she's going to be waiting in the wings for a title shot. It's going to happen soon enough.
I know why you're saying that, so we'll see. We will see, and if you know, I don't know if this would be as big as your on call, but this would be a big, huge upset.
It would be. It would be. I don't see that at all. I mean, it's not like Natalia Silva's fought 4 times in a year. That Merab calls not because of the type of fighters, because of the type of because of the activity. That's hard to do. So yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
But you know, like, Rose is 30, but she's got some miles, man. She's got miles. Yeah. I mean, that sometimes that's even that's even worse. And she's been champion and lost it and gained it, and it just takes its toll. All right, our next fight, the big boys coming out to fight, man, and this is a big fight. This is gonna be super exciting, man. This is gonna be super exciting. Heavyweight bout. Now, this guy, talk about being on fire, man. Number 5, Waldo Cortez Acosta, the guy who just he doesn't take a week off, man. He's always fighting. He's new, he's exciting, and he just keeps fighting and fighting. But this time, he's fought some good, like decent competition to get his way up. He's shined, but he is going against a veteran here. He's going up against a guy that loves to knock off up and comers. Every time you think that this guy is a gatekeeper, he shows you why he's not, and people just love him. Number 8, Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, man. How many times has he knocked off fools that thought they could get the better of him? And Waldo Cortez Acosta, a minus 334 favorite against a plus 250 underdog for Derek Lewis. Who do you see here, man? What is the Black Beast going to do for us this time?
The knockout king, man. This one was tough for me, even though I see why Derek Lewis is the underdog. You know, you got a young, hungry Waldo Acosta. He's 9-2 in the UFC. Like you say, this guy doesn't take off much time. He fought twice in a matter of 3 weeks in November,
Yeah.
and this is his fight back. This guy KOs people, posting a 16-2 record right there at 34. You know, I love the age at heavyweight. It's his prime. Going against an older, if anything, you know, 40's you could do it at heavyweight, but geez, the Black Beast has miles. He looks great though. He's in the best shape of his life, I believe. I've seen him with the shirt off, and he's a heavyweight, but you definitely can see that he's taking a different approach to his last couple of years in training and keeping that weight off. It's just tough to pick him. I'm gonna go with Waldo Acosta because younger,
Yeah,
just faster, I believe. This guy can go the distance. He's not just, you know, he knocks out people, but he does have the cardio to go. And so I'm still taking him by a second second to third round KO, and derailing the beast on his last title hopes. This guy's talking about he may get a title shot if he shows something, but I just think it's the end of the road for title contention for the Derek Lewis.
right. And yeah, in the heavyweight division is for the heavyweights to be this thin.
Yeah,
it is thin up there, so it is possible that the Black Beast could get up there because they are starving for some talent up there. And I think that the UFC is trying to push Waldo Cortez Acosta to get up there. Like, come on, man, let's get up there because we need to get a new contender.
Yeah,
because the heavyweight division is somewhat stalled out.
very.
There's a lot going on there, and I mean, how many times can they give Cyril Gane a championship fight? And how many times can things just happen, man? It's not a good situation for the heavyweights, and I think they're looking for Waldo Cortez Acosta to bring a little bit of drama here. Derek Lewis, man, 40 years old.
Yeah,
40 years old. This is really it. Can he do it? Waldo Cortez has looked good, man. He's looked really good, and I've been really impressed with him. But Derek Lewis has a tendency to get these guys, hit them in ways, I don't know. He brings something to the table that they've never felt before, or maybe they're just not ready for, or maybe even after everything that's happened, surprises them. Waldo did fight twice in November. It's been a couple months since then. I think he's going to be ready to go against Derek Lewis. Unfortunately, I think Derek Lewis is going to land.
wow.
I think Derek Lewis is going to land something big on this guy. It's going to be like when he fought De Lima with that knee, and he's going to land something big. I'm not sure. Something's telling me that Waldo is not ready for.
Yeah.
Well, I think, you know what? No, I take that back. I think he's ready. I just think that Derek Lewis sometimes shines in ways that it's hard to imagine. I think he's going to have this one. I think he knows that this is his final time. And if he does beat Waldo, he could be looking at a potential shot against somebody, or even an interim. Who knows? I have no idea what's going on with the heavyweight division. I don't know what shape Aspinall is in. And I don't know what's going on exactly with that. But yeah, I'm going to pick Derek Lewis in an upset, a slight upset here to take out the rookie and maybe send him back to the lobby for a little bit, and he can get primed up again and try to make another run. He is 34, so we'll see what happens with that, man.
I understand, man. If you could call Derek Lewis a lot of things, you can say a lot about it, but he's an overachiever when the lights are on. He's beaten some people that he shouldn't. He's coming off a big underdog win over a highly touted Teixeira, Taliesin Teixeira, where he was a huge underdog. And who knows? Yeah, this is the biggest fight for Acosta, and we'll see how he takes those lights in, and he's up there. So I love it, man. I love it. It shakes up gives the heavyweights a little shake, some kind of injection to see who might be the next contender. So, whoever wins, it benefits the heavyweight division.
Yeah, it does. It does, because that heavyweight is that division is in dire need of some excitement and some news. And if Acosta does win, I won't feel bad, man. Acosta, he'll bring some drama. He'll bring something, man. Derek Lewis has had his chances. He's had his runs, and if it's over for him, and then it's over for him. But he's had his, and Waldo's on his way. For some reason, I just think Derek Lewis, this is all too familiar, man. He doesn't like it when these young guys or these younger guys are ahead of him in the rankings, or they have him as an underdog. He shines in that. It's when he's the favorite. It's when I'm scared.
Yeah.
All right, let's move forward, man. Bantamweight bout, and this is going to be the kind of the co-main here. Got bumped up since the Harrison fight. Bantamweight division number 3, Sugar Sean O'Malley versus number 5, Song Yadong, and looks like O'Malley is a -200 favorite, a +170 underdog for Song Yadong. What's going on in this one, man? I thought O'Malley would be a little bit more of a favorite than this. What do you think?
Yeah, me too. Song Yadong's hung around. He's gotten some big fights. He's a good fighter. I'm surprised he's fighting Sean, that he's gotten up there. He's coming off a win off Cejudo. He lost to Jan right before that, as Jan was climbing his way up.
Right.
He's lost to Sandehagen. So, Song Yadong, he has fought some good guys. He's beaten, like I said, Cejudo, but when he gets to the top of that, top 5, top 7, like I said, in Jan and Sande, he just doesn't perform. I don't think he can get over that hump. And, Sean's been at the top for a long while now. He defended his title. The big thing for me in this is Sean. It's his first 3-round fight since 2022.
That's right. Yeah.
He's been in title fights. I don't know if that is going to help him. I thought he was he a slow starter? Is he a slow starter? He's
not really. I never thought of him as a slow starter, because he strikes and stuff like that. It's just it's the injury that he had against what's his name?
Chito Vera.
Chito Vera. Yeah. And I never really thought of him as a slow starter, but when he fought Marab the first time, he did bring it on at the end.
I don't know why I'm thinking he's a slower starter, but I like it.
Maybe he is.
I like the 3 rounds for him to get back. What I really like, I don't know if it's for the show or anything, but he's really been down on himself. Being public about how he's falling off, how he's glad he didn't get the fight against Ilya Topuria when he was calling him out in the beginning, and kind of not drinking his own Kool-Aid anymore. So hopefully that helps him out. He's been humbled a little bit, because when you're that young, you win the belt, you defend the belt, Dana's all over you. It's almost impossible not to drink your own Kool-Aid. So, in this fight, O'Malley's a bigger guy. He's got a 3-inch height advantage, but he's got a 5-inch reach, which I think is gonna be the factor. He's gonna stay away. He's gonna jab him up, stay away, and then just find that missile to clip Yadong. And I believe O'Malley, first or second round KO by this guy, walk off. He knows he needs a big showing, especially with the White House card just around the corner. Everyone's trying to show up and show what they got. So I think in this one, O'Malley puts on a show and puts out Yadong in the first 2 rounds.
All right, so I I didn't know Song Yadong here is he's 28 years old. I
He's
thought he was,
young.
and Sean O'Malley might be hitting his peak at 31 years old. Now, it does it I'm not sure if I like it or if it worries me that Sean O'Malley is he seems a little less sure of himself. Now, is it a show? Is he just saying that? Did he get humbled a little bit and he's being more realistic about things? I don't know, man. He used to thrive off being overconfident and stuff like that. And then he ran into Marab, and that's a tough Marab's tough, man. He's some kind of fighter. So I don't know if he should be completely doubting himself after losing to Marab twice and putting up an even worse performance in the second fight than he did in the first fight. So I don't know what to think of that exactly. I do like the way Song Yadong, and I have him listed here as a boxer. I never really thought of him as a boxer. I thought he was well rounded and stuff like that. But basically, this is going to be striker versus striker, and Sean O'Malley doesn't have to worry about getting takedowns unless Song Yadong has something in his game that we don't really we haven't seen or we don't really know about. But because Sean O'Malley, I don't think I've ever really seen him, in a striking match that was not going his way, and he was able to beat Jan that one time, even though I thought he lost, but at least it was close enough that it was, it was a close fight. Well, this is a tough one to go. I do like the way Song Yadong fights. He's fought some big names. So I think that's going to help him. But I think at 28, maybe he just hasn't hit his stride just yet. I think Sean O'Malley might lose the first round, and I think he might light a fire under him, and he will step it up in the next two. And I think by maybe the third round, he'll be able to take Song Yadong out. But you never know, man. I think we're really going to see what Song Yadong has.
Yeah.
In this fight, if it's ever going to happen for Song Yadong, it's got to start now. And if he was able to beat Sean O'Malley, especially if he was able to take him out, that's a huge win and a huge push for him. So this is a very important fight for Song Yadong. And Sean O'Malley, I can't imagine if he lost.
Oh man.
And I think there's a lot on the line for Sean O'Malley right now, and I think he's actually realizing that. I heard about him saying, like, if I lost this fight, I'm done with UFC or something like that. Yeah. I'm not sure if he means that, but if he's even thinking about that or even has that in the back of his mind, he's got to feel the urgency. He was already upset that he was the third card, the third fight down on the card when the Kayla fight was still going. But I think he realizes the urgency. I think he's going to come out, and I think he might lose the first and just to kind of get back into it, get back to his winning ways, feel like, and then in the next two, he'll be able to take it to Song Yadong. But it's going to be interesting because I do like Song Yadong with Team Alpha Male, and they're aggressive, and I do like the way they game plan things. So we'll see what happens in this one.
Uriah is the great head coach, and I was thinking about that. What about the wrestling? But you know what? Look how great Sean did against, even though he did lose, how great his him getting back up against Marab and him defending. So I don't think he has anything to worry about on his feet or even if he gets taken down. So that was my big factor right there, that his improvement on the takedown defense and how much he's grown from that, because that was one of his holes in his game when he was coming up.
Yeah, he's getting better. He's getting better, and you can't fight Marab and to try to get better. You have to be good already.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see what happens in this one. If Song does bring some wrestling, I think Sean will deal with it good. He'll deal with it well, and then it'll become a striking battle. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I might even think that that's going to be the fight of the night. I'll have to see what happens with that. All right. First card of the year, first card on Paramount Plus, the main event. Here we are for the lightweight interim title bout. Number 4, Justin Gaethje versus number 5, Paddy Pimblett. And it looks like Justin Gaethje is a plus 187 underdog, a minus 180 favorite for Paddy Pimblett. This is Justin's last hurrah, last chance, last run, whatever. And we got Paddy Pimblett. This is his first run, first chance type thing.
Yeah.
We got to step up, and we got a last chance for Justin Gaethje. What's going to happen in this one, man?
Man, first, I'm just so glad to be watching this fight with you.
Yeah.
If it's just, I know how much you love Justin Gaethje and how much you've been a fan since the get-go. since his was he PFL? He got PFL. He was one of the OGs in PFL, right? Oh,
The
was it
World Series of Fighting.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I remember this guy fighting Nick Newell with the one hand and one, and I think that was the first fight I ever seen him, Gaethje, because I wanted to see the one-handed kid that was, he and then Gaethje just put it on him. But yeah, I'm glad to be watching this fight with you. Um, like you said, Gaethje's last hurrah at 37. Got worked his way up. He was 3-1 in his last four. Two of those being against Faziev. That last one was close. Um, He lost against Holloway in that crazy fight.
Yeah.
Was able to beat Poirier. So not the best way, I think, to get to a title fight. He's proven. Um, it's right there with me. I don't want to say he didn't deserve it. I don't want to say that he really deserved it. So I'm right there in between. He's fighting Paddy Pimblett, who has a great record. He's 23-3, undefeated in the UFC. Um, I feel like his opponents were kind of handpicked. His last three are against Michael Chandler, King Green, and Tony Ferguson. These guys are,
Yeah.
names, but they're kind of at the end of their careers. They're always exciting to see. So definitely the best fighter Paddy Pimblett has ever stepped foot in the octagon with. This kid hasn't lost since 2018, so he might be up on his own hype. I was really torn between this fight. I watched a couple of each fight. I compared them. They have Michael Chandler as the common
Right.
opponent, and with this one, man, I'm gonna have to go Justin Gaethje with the underdog. I was on Paddy Pimblett at first. Just being so strong, I just see him as a stronger fighter. If Gaethje gets taken down, that goes out the window. I think if somehow Paddy Pimblett gets Gaethje down and keeps him down, it's over for him because he's just a stronger fighter. I don't know why he's listed at 5'10", and Gaethje's at 5'11". He just looks like the bigger fighter uh, at the face-offs today. He looks way bigger.
Who does? Justin Gaethje?
No, Pimblett.
Oh, Pimblett. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's right here. He's 5'10" to 5'11". When you see the, I don't know if you've seen the face-offs.
I have not yet.
He just looks way bigger, but there's no one more game than Justin Gaethje, so that's why I'm taking him.
All right, yeah, this was a tough one to call. I was torn between how much I like Justin Gaethje, how much I like his style. I will admit I don't think his last string of fights, the wins and losses, was the appropriate way to get to another title shot or to an interim. But that's just the way it happens. I think his career, he was able to get enough currency to get this shot. So he paid for it in blood with his entire career.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to say, yeah, maybe the last few fights don't constitute that, but a career does. And I kind of like that. If you are good for your whole career and you're exciting and damn near every fight you have is a fight of the night or a performance of the night, then this is what you get. This is your this is what your payment is at the end. Paddy Pimblett, he gets there by not fighting huge names either. At least Justin Gaethje's been in some really big, some really exciting fights. Paddy Pimblett, not so much. Not to say that they were boring, but they weren't exactly. I haven't really seen him struggle except with what's it, Levitt? Was it Levitt?
No, it was
not Levitt. It was the other guy.
I forgot, but no, he choked out Levitt pretty easy.
Gordon.
Okay.
Gordon was the one he had trouble with. Everyone thought he lost. But it was
Jared Gordon.
Yeah. So I was torn on this one, and the thing about it is just that Justin has been here before. He always has trouble at the end, man. He's won the interim he's won the interim before against Tony Ferguson, and he came through, and I think that was he may have been in his prime at that time, but unfortunately for him, a guy named Khabib was at the top of that time. That's a tough obstacle to win your title. I mean, Justin Gaethje, the thing about him is he does make a lot of mistakes. He'll get on the floor, and I mean, I thought he was a decent wrestler, but that jiu-jitsu just gets to him. Oliveira just scraped him up real quick because that jiu-jitsu just it's tough. And I'm not sure Justin Gaethje is hitting as hard as he used to. Um, it's a tough it's a tough one, man. And I feel I'm ashamed. I feel I'm ashamed. I'm
No,
ashamed.
no, you're not.
Vegas loves the batting, man. I think Paddy Pimblett is going to be able to get Justin Gaethje on the floor, and he's going to be able to submit him in some way. Just Gaethje's a live one in this, dude. I want him to win. I think he can, but Gaethje makes so many mistakes, man.
Yeah.
It's like, don't do that, or he gets or something, or he goes too hard at something. I thought if he was a little bit more, calculated. But that's not the way he fights. So that's not the kind of fighter he is. It's not the mentality that made him the type of fighter. So I understand that. Paddy Pimblett is 31 years old. Justin Gaethje is 37 years old, man. Paddy Pimblett should be coming into form right now. It's not his fault. He didn't get the competition he probably should have, but he hasn't had any problems. He had zero problem with Chandler, man. Just
Zero.
just destroyed Chandler. Not that Chandler is much of anything, but like he didn't have a problem with him at all. I would have loved to see Paddy Pimblett against a like someone like Fiziev, who's younger, and even though he did lose the Gaethje, Fiziev will bring it, man. Those are tough fights. And for Gaethje to win 2 of those, it's good, but Fiziev is not as he doesn't have how well rounded Paddy is. And like you said, Paddy just looks bigger.
Huge.
Yeah. So it was a tough, it's a tough one. I feel sorry, man. I hate myself right now.
Yeah.
I hate myself.
Surprised. That's surprising. But you're right. You know who Gaethje just right? They're identical. Great pedigree, but he reminds me a lot. They're identical of Garbrandt, Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah.
Just have it, but just don't know when to step back when they're hurt. They just continue to keep going. They want to throw them. But yeah, I agree, man. I see why you went against it, and yeah.
Yeah, it could only cost him to the win. It's just every time I think he's gonna fight a different way or fight a little, he just doesn't. And man, Khabib will caught him. Oliveira catches him, and it seems like when he gets on the ground, the jiu-jitsu just has nothing against. I don't understand why his wrestling doesn't come through. I don't know why his camp. He has a great camp. I don't understand why they don't. I don't understand why they don't game plan against that, or maybe they did. I don't know. It just looks like they didn't.
Yeah, and he's been he came out. I don't know what college he wrestled, but he's trained his whole life with Kamaru. So
yeah,
I'm not sure why his when he gets that's his hole. That's his hole.
I hope I'm wrong, but Paddy Pimblett's gonna. If you were Paddy Pimblett and you saw what this guy's done his entire career, what would you do?
Exactly.
I got to get this guy on the ground, or I just got to survive a little bit of these big hits and then catch him, and in order to get him on the ground, doesn't have to knock him out. He just has to catch him to get him on the ground. And I mean, Paddy Pimblett's a good grappler. He is.
He's great.
He's good grappler.
Really, and he is strong.
Yeah,
he is strong.
I think he's stronger than people give him credit for. So we'll see what happens, but I don't want Pimblett to win, but I think he's gonna win this one, and then we'll see what happens later on. With
I like it, man. I like that. It's got to be the biggest card. I mean, the card that we have the most opposite picks.
Yeah, I'm trying to be honest with everybody. Yeah. Man. I'm trying to be. I wish I could say that I think Justin's gonna win, but I just don't think he is gonna win. But I do want him to win. Yeah. I do want him to win. So don't get it twisted. I want him to win. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm sorry. The fan is coming out. The fan is coming out. I've liked Justin since he came there. It's funny that he's on the same card as Michael Johnson. That was his first fight in the UFC, man. It was a great fight.
I was there live, man. It was.
Yeah,
it was great. It was great. That's when tickets you could buy them for pretty close for $150.
Dang, man. That's a
I was right
there. Think of the past.
I was on the right there.
Maybe
I think 150.
Maybe I should take it up Dana on his on his offer.
Yeah.
All due respect, Mr. White. It's okay. I'd rather watch it from the comfort of my living room than be live in Vegas. I'm going to say that with a straight face.
Yeah. I would. 100%. You can't hear anything.
All right, Matt. So that's the end of this card.
Yeah.
That's the top of it, and I'm glad that we're back here. I'm glad that we got back to UFC. There's another card next week.
Yeah.
So we got two. We're getting a whole lot of fights after getting none for weeks and weeks and weeks, man.
I love it.
Feels
man.
like forever.
Saturday, the UFC. Sunday, the championship game, championship Sunday.
Yeah, championship Sunday, and then as a little bit of an appetizer, Zuffa starting the boxing on Friday. Man, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate.
Do you love that now? Now that boxing, you've been following boxing for your whole, forever. Now that more exposure is coming, there's going to be more fights on. Are you excited about that?
I am excited. You know why, man? Because it's real exposure. These are real fighters that paid. They're paying their dues, or they're trying to make their bones. This isn't like I'm not. Whatever I have to say about Jake Paul and his little circus stuff. These are real fighters, man. They're just trying to get exposure. I can't hate on that. People say like if it brings attention to the sport, what's so bad about it? I'm like, well, they can bring big attention or they can bring small attention. These guys, and Callum Smith is not Callum Walsh is not a small name.
Yeah.
But I just want to see fighters, man. And if they're in a whole new environment where being entertaining gets you more money or whatever, then let's do it, man. I don't care. I don't care. I've been disillusioned by the whole sanctioning bodies and the whole way boxing is and stuff like that. If it wasn't so fractured, this wouldn't be necessary, or no one would want it around. But I've heard a lot of hate about it, but I'm excited, man. I just want to see some fighters out there. Maybe people who never would have got TV time are now getting TV time. So good for them, man. I hope they don't listen to all that noise.
Yeah, man. If one star comes out of this whole thing, it's one more than there would have been. And the biggest thing for you, these new kids, youth, they're not exposed to a lot of boxing. They get to see it every few weeks or every few months. But now, if Dana can put some viewers in front of these up and coming boxers, it exposes it and puts more eyes on it and makes these young kids maybe get into that gym.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to make a star.
Yeah.
We never would have known who Conor McGregor is, man. We never would have known who he is because at best he's probably a decent boxer.
Yeah.
But if there was no UFC, what could happen?
Yeah.
We never would have known, man. Conor McGregor, no matter what you think of the way he was great for the sport, man.
Great.
He was funny. He was exciting. He brought the drama. It was perfect. And that's he's entertaining.
Yeah.
Even now people want to see him, man. Even the people know he's out of his prime, man. Look, you don't always have to be the best fighter. You just have to be exciting. Justin Gaethje probably was never the best fighter around, but I want to see him fight.
Yeah.
I want to see him fight. That guy would get my $80 every time. And same thing with Sean O'Malley and stuff like that. It's always good to get exposure and put light on these athletes, man, because it's a tough sport, man. So the more eyes you can get on it, the better. Cool, man.
I agree.
All right, Matt. We'll revisit. We'll preview next week's card.
Yeah.
Later on. What is that? It's Lopez Volkanovski again, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, so the Lopez Volkanovski, that Saturday, January 31st. We'll go over that later. So that's gonna be on January 31st. Great, man. It's gonna be exciting. All right,
excited, man. I'm glad UFC's back, and it's gonna be a lot of cards, man. I love it.
I appreciate it. So look at that, man. We were able to get 1 hour and 13 minutes, man. Good. We're on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're on top of it. All right, everyone. So we gave you one of our short ones today. That's all right. It's all right. So thanks for checking us out this week. Enjoy the fights, and we will see you later on for Volkanovski Lopez preview, and we'll review the first fight on Paramount Plus.